I'm going to share with you one last story. And this story really means a lot to me because it involves somebody who I really admired, loved, and respected. And it illustrates, before I get into the story, it illustrates that sometimes in our lives, pay attention, it illustrates that sometimes the window of opportunity opens and then closes real quickly. What? Yeah. There will be so many times in your life when a window of opportunity will open where you have to make a decision and then it closes real quickly. Now, sometimes you don't have that pressure of making a decision so quickly. But when that window opens and you have to make a decision, it's no problem. It's a piece of cake if you make your decision based on your values. So here's the story. I really like this coach named Bill McCartney. He was the head coach of University of Colorado football team. And he was just really charismatic. A lot of players like to play for him. And in 1990, their team is 10-1. And their last game is on the road at University of Missouri. Everybody knows that if Colorado wins this game, which they should, they'll be crowned national champions. This is before playoffs. Big game, you think? Well, what happened is that Missouri took the lead by 5. Late in the game, Colorado has the ball and they're advancing. All they got to do is score. Field goal doesn't do it. They're down 5. Touchdown, just 6 points, wins the game. So they're stopping it. They're out of timeouts. They're trying to get out of bounds, and all of a sudden, the person on the sideline that was handling the score, the downs, how they flip them over, showing it second down, third down. You only get 4 downs. Well, he made a mistake. He repeated it. So they looked up and they saw that it was third down, and so all of a sudden, the quarterback runs in on the 2-yard line. He runs in, wins the game. It was the 5th down. What? It happened, but he scored on the 5th down. They spiked the ball thinking it was 3rd down. When they spiked it, was actually 4th down. There was just a lot of confusion. So when they scored on the 5th down, you can't do that. Can't do that, you only got 4. Well, all the fans from Missouri, coaches, boosters, everybody went after the referees, and there was all this chaos and confusion, and oh wow, that really happened? Well, I'm with my friends. I said, listen guys, I'm going to tell you exactly what's going to happen. I know this man. He's a man of high moral compass. He's a man of integrity. I'm going to tell you exactly what he's going to do. He's going to come out to the press conference, and he's going to say, ladies and gentlemen of the press, I just got off the phone. This is what I'm expecting him to say. I just got off the phone with the university, the president of our Colorado University, and he agrees with me that we are not going to accept this victory. We should not, because we scored on the 5th down. So the victory rightly goes to University of Missouri, and we're going to contact the conference commissioner and tell them to reverse this and give us the loss, which is right, because we didn't win it, and give it to Missouri. I knew he was going to say that. He didn't. He came out to the press conference, and the very, very first question from a reporter was, Coach McCartney, will you consider forfeiting this? He said, no, I'm not going to forfeit this. I'm not paid to referee. I'm not paid to officiate. Besides, the field was in bad condition. Our players were, they were slipping a lot. So it was unfair. What? Missouri played on the same field. Well, they finished 11-1. And yes, they were declared national champions. But they lost a lot more. I'm convinced. I know that if Coach McCartney had done the right thing, if he had made his decision based on his values and his convictions, and he had said, no, we're not going to accept this, every parent across America, every high school coach across America that had a star athlete that was considering playing college football, they all would have said, that is the man that you will play for. That's the kind of man you want to play for, son. But he didn't. And what happened in that, very soon, the years after that, the program started to spiral. And they lost a lot of their momentum. It didn't end very well. Coach McCartney, years later, when he was speaking to a large group of people, said publicly, he said, boy, do I regret that. I made a terrible mistake. I should have did the right. I should have made the decision based on my values. And he didn't. So you can avoid that in your life by getting in the habit now when you're young. Make your decision not on what's popular, not if it's going to win me friends, or do what's right in your mind. Make your values based on your convictions. Get in the habit of doing that, you'll have the world at your feet. Okay, here's the fun part. Questions, conversation. This is what you were all hungry for as coaches, teachers, parents, to have meaningful conversations with our young sons and daughters. So this is going to be pretty obvious to you. You can share some examples in your life, be transparent. When you fail to make the right decision, what were the consequences? And share some examples with that. And of course, do the other. Well, here's where I made the right call. It is based on my values. And get your sons and daughters to open up about this. What are their values? Talk to me. Have them list what they really value in life. And that way, when these decisions come and that window opens and it closes quickly, piece of cake. I'm making the decisions based on my values. I wish you well with that.